Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Patsun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/relationship advice, where OP is asking the question where it all went wrong. Let's begin. My ex had 10 affairs, 9 of them with my coworkers, including my boss. Posted by Reddit user ThrowRA125.
To start, I am using a throwaway account because this is something that I don't want on my main profile. We were college sweethearts who got married right out of school, had a child, and lived a comfortable life. She worked for a large retail corporation's headquarters and I worked for myself. When I was nearly 30, I accepted a job at the same workplace as my wife, but we were in separate departments. Soon after I started hearing rumors that my wife was having an affair with a senior exec, which I literally scoffed at because I knew that it had to be false. It had to be just petty jealousy of her success that was driving it because I trusted her without question. I was naive. Fast forward 13 years and I found myself beginning to question her loyalty to our marriage for the first time. The trigger that I recall being the most significant was that she was always on her phone, and that she would protect the screen from me if I were to walk past. She would just say that it was private. Without belaboring this further, I did finally get to the point where I had to know what was going on and she was not willing to discuss, so I took it upon myself to do some research. This was when I discovered with 100% accuracy that she was in the middle of her 10th affair of our 21-year marriage, with 9 of the men being people that I worked with on a daily basis. One long-term affair with my boss. I was floored and completely broken. I proceeded to file for divorce, got through that painful process, and ultimately found and married my second wife. This is where it gets interesting. I have shared her with other men, twice prior to getting married, and another time only a couple months ago. I know there will be plenty of people that will be disgusted. I understand that because I would have been right there with them, casting judgment for most of my life. Somehow, I had become a person that I would have never expected. I very much enjoy my life and marriage and fully expect for the sharing to continue. She gets to experience new men, and I love how it makes her happy. We have been doing this for 5+ years at this point, with a 4-year hiatus due to COVID and other reasons. Bottom line, this is not a situation where it happened last week and we don't realize the implications. This situation in our marriage works. I do often find myself wondering whether being a cuckold, or whatever people would call this, is due to the adultery experiences of my first marriage. My belief is that it was a trigger, but I am curious to other thoughts.
OP, it's almost certainly a coping mechanism. She technically can't cheat on you if you're allowing her to have sex with whomever the hell she likes. I don't know, ma'am, but your story truly saddens me. It almost feels like you'll never allow yourself to feel real love and how it actually feels like to be truly respected. You're in desperate need of a lot of therapy, my friend. Good luck. And now for today's second story. My sister is lying and telling everyone that my boyfriend cheated on her. Posted by Reddit user ThrowRA196.
Story 2. Sorry if this is confusing right now. I'm still kind of reeling from everything. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 4 years now. My family used to be very homophobic, so I was terrified to come out to them, especially since I was living with them while going to college. My sister was the only person in my family who knew I was gay, and I introduced her to my boyfriend and was asking her advice on how to have him around without mom and dad getting too suspicious, since they had questioned me being gay in the past and it wasn't pleasant. She offered to be our beard, aka a cover, and would pretend to date him so they wouldn't get suspicious of us, and would also leave her alone about finally finding a man since she doesn't like dating. She lived in some apartments right by my parents and would come over all the time with her boyfriend and would often make excuses to leave so we could bond. Our eventual plan was to come out after slowly getting mom and dad to be less bigoted, and it went well for years. We slowly watched more stuff with very light LGBTQ+ undertones, then slowly got them to watch more media with queer people, and it was working so well. Mom even got into Queer Eye and they were actually being very positive about gay people. We talked to my sister about finally coming out and she gave us the green light. He and I came out to my parents that morning and explained the whole situation to them, and while they were confused, awkward, and a little hesitant, it was overall positive. After a while, he and I went out for a while, and when we came back, all of my stuff was thrown on the front lawn. When I tried to go inside, my dad blocked me and screamed slurs at me and told me to get the fuck out and never come back. He told me my sister told them the truth about her never knowing he was gay and that we had been cheating behind her back. Friends of our family have now also been told, and it's just horrible. I've been getting so much hatred and I don't understand why she'd do this. It was her idea in the first place. I'm so lost. How do I fix this? TLDR. Sister pretended to date my boyfriend until our parents stopped being homophobic. We came out, she lied, and now I'm kicked out. Update. Not many people read my previous post, but I did have someone ask for an update, so here it is. I was able to stay with my boyfriend the first few days after it all went down, but after that I was able to stay with a local place that helps people kicked out for being LGBTQ+ that I didn't even know we had. They're absolutely fantastic people, and they've been helping me figure out how to get a job, get college housing when available, and start getting on my own 2 feet. As for my family, almost no one believed me and said some very horrible things. I did try writing a letter like one person recommended. It was returned unopened with a series of messages written on the outside. Mainly just one word repeatedly, but I'll let you guess what word that was. Thankfully, I had one cousin who believed me because apparently my sister had told them about it years ago. He had texts back and forth between them about all of it. He lives out of state for college, so it took a few days for him to learn, but after he did, he immediately defended my boyfriend, and I sent everyone pictures of all of the messages. He's a lot closer to my sister and not typically the biggest fan of gay people, so this really surprised me, but when he reached out to me, he told me that he truly hated her being so manipulative and underhanded. Most of our family and acquaintances have apologized, but I don't care what they have to say. I have officially cut my parents off, much to their supposedly sincere tears and apologies. The community I'm staying with is also helping me and my boyfriend with a lawyer to go after my sister for slander since it ended in loss of home, destruction of property, etc. Hopefully it all goes well, thanks to those who did reply to my original post.
I just wanted to say that I'm very glad that you are safe and doing well. It sounds like you have good people supporting you and are in a better place mentally after everything happened. OP, I think you did the right thing by cutting off your parents. Honestly, their reaction was, well, shitty, to say the least. And it makes me wonder if they latched onto your sister's lies to kick you out because you're gay, not because they actually believed her. I'm sorry that your family and friends are so cold-hearted. You don't need that toxicity in your life. Good luck, man. And now for today's final story. I think she was unfaithful, but she doesn't agree. Posted by Reddit user BigFly9738.
My wife and I agree that affection and love are important both inside and outside the relationship. I'm not a jealous guy, and she can get close to others, even guys, as long as it is not sexual in nature and it does not lead to me being disrespected in any way. That's our agreement. We have no kids. A few weeks ago, I encouraged her to do the thing she's always wanted to do. She flew to another country to volunteer for a beautiful cause. While there, she met a guy and had a strong connection to him. She shared that with me, and I told her that's great, I trust her judgment. Take care of herself, and gave her a little warning about how she needs to watch her judgment of the situation so as not to put herself in a situation that she can be blamed for. Long story short, they follow this connection of theirs and end up at his place. She confesses to me this. They dance together, lie in bed, and spoon together in his bed. He tries to make advances on her like kiss her on the neck, and she says she felt uncomfortable so would like squirm away from it. He gives her a massage, rubs her feet, and she still says anytime she felt uncomfortable she would stop things, but she wouldn't actually leave. She also confesses she got turned on at some point, and that was another moment to move away. He said something like, I could be grabbing your boobs, but I'm not because this isn't sexual. He eventually starts pressuring her to sleep with him and give in to the urges, but she refuses and eventually leaves. All this she tells me while believing from her side she did nothing wrong, thinking that she has the space to find her boundaries and stop them when she wants to, as that's the relationship we have. She is not being hurtful. I think she is being sincere to a degree, and while the intricate details are invisible to anyone who wasn't there, I think she gave me the truth about the events. After some agonizing but calm conversation on the situation, she now understands she broke my boundaries, admitted this is considered cheating, and is now heartbroken waiting for my decision on what to do next. At this moment, she acknowledges the fucking pain I'm in, wants to talk it through, learn from it, and continue. I'm feeling very isolated as I don't have someone to share all this with. I have been keeping a level head, but I'm honestly heartbroken. What do you guys think? TLDR. Wife is sincere about making a bad judgment call, sitting on the boundaries with someone making physical advances on her without reciprocating but also without leaving, at the time thinking she's not in the wrong. Update. She's on her way now, and as per advice I am keeping answers short. Told her if she has anything to say she can say it here, and even then she may just be coming back for shame and humiliation for her decision and not get what she came for. This isn't a scenario where I'm gonna let shit slide. If she really wants this, I will put her through the ringer to prove it, and I made that clear. And even then, let's see what trickle truth reveals, and if she is as truthful as I hope she is, we'll keep you updated.
It's a tale as old as time, OP. We hear the same sorry saga every video that I make. The partner gets caught cheating, trickle truth, more info comes out, more trickle truth, blah blah blah. Cheaters are all the same. Do you honestly believe that they are in bed, spooning, with clothes on? How exactly did you find out all of this again? She told you, right? Why was she in his bed? Did you ask her this, OP? She's a married woman. What the hell is she doing in another man's bed? Spoiler alert, they were having sex, my dude. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.